Hey Wesleyan, my name is Kylie,
And I'm Connell Hill.
and this is
The
The
Breakdown.
Breakdown. With warmer weather and sunny skies, a lot of students make their way down to the river.
Kylie brings us tips on how to stay safe.
With rising temperatures and summer right around the corner, students will start gathering by the river. Here are 5 tips to stay safe this spring. First is make sure you always have somebody with you or that somebody knows exactly where you're going and when you plan to return. Always wear a life jacket when you're in a moving body of water, or always have one with you if you consider yourself a strong swimmer. The current can take you far from your original spot, and a life jacket could be the difference between a life and death situation. Never sit or play on slippery rocks or logs. You never know when they can move, and they could cause a serious situation in a hurry. Beware of cold water temperatures. A lot of people think that just because the weather is getting warmer that the river is too, but that is not in fact the case. It doesn't get warm until mid to late summer, so make sure to keep that in mind before jumping cold turkey into a bottle of water. You can also bring a first aid kit with you and make sure that you know what is in it and how to use everything, so that if an emergency arises, you know what to do. By following these tips and tricks, you can have a safe and successful day at the river. Reporting for WLHS Now, this is Kylie Zeman.
Bowling is my favorite summer activity. What's yours?
I like swimming in the river. In the last edition of The Breakdown, we learned about the T5 street race. Here is Brad and Max with the update.
Hey Lions, last month we did a broadcast on the street racing event that goes down on North Marine Drive called T5. We have an update for you. Shortly following the last month's broadcast, there were over 100 rounds fired at the scene where the 21-year-old suspect fired rounds. 4 were injured, including a 11-year-old boy. Police arrested a 21-year-old man who showed up hurt at a hospital and was later identified as a suspect in the shooting. He was arrested on suspicion of attempted murder, assault, and unlawful use of a weapon. As of right now, T5 is unsafe and unregulated. Police said Monday, April 18th, they had seen results from targeted law enforcement last fall, including the implementation of a new city ordinance that allows officers to seize the vehicle of those involved. However, law enforcement efforts to completely shut down or control street racing on North Marine Drive has proven to be difficult. WLHS Now, due to recent developments, recommends students to be cautious and to be safe with regards to T5. Reporting for WLHS Now, I'm Brad Gianella.
Thanks for the update, Brad and Max.
Athletes are beginning to commit to their colleges for their sports. Here's Luke and Meg with the story.
Hello, Wesleyan. Many students graduate our school each year, but only a small majority go to the college level. We talked to just a few of them today.
Hi, my name is Arthur Venderby. I'm a senior here at Wesleyan, and I'm going to Regis University next year. I play golf in Division II. So my dad kind of got me interested in it when I was like 5 or 6, and then I just picked it up from there. I mean, I'm better than my dad now, like a lot better, but he helped me like with my swing and stuff when I was starting out.
I'm Lila Skates. I'm a senior this year, and I'm going to Westchester University. I'm playing women's lacrosse and D2. I got interested in the sport because I didn't like to play softball, and so I just, it's close to soccer, and I played soccer as a kid, and so I just liked lacrosse.
My name is Sydney Hess. I'm a senior in high school. I'm going to Linfield. Yep. I'm playing softball, and it's a Division III school. I play third base and first base. I started when I was really young. My dad played baseball in college, and he just put me into it really early on, yeah. I chose to commit to this college because they offered me a lot of money and I wanted to stay close to home, and I really like the coach, and some of my coaches actually played for Linfield, so they pushed me towards the school. At Linfield, my future roommate is on my club team, so I'm excited to be able to play with her for the next 4 years. I would like to maybe go professional, maybe switch from D3 to D1 later.
These are just a few of our athletes who are taking their sports to the next level.
Reporting for WLHS Now, I'm Luke Ewert.
And I'm Meg Duvall.
Way to go, Lion athletes!
Something that students may not realize is that even if you are not enrolled in a language class, you can still attend educational trips. Here is Lily with the story.
When you're able to spend an extended amount of time in one place, you really get a feeling for the culture and the people and just kind of a different pace and a different way of life that you can't experience in the classroom. Like, you really have to do it when you're out there. So the first EF tour I took, it was France and Italy, and so that was a summertime trip, and that was about 2 weeks. And then with the trip that we most recently took in 2019, that was called the French Promenade.
So I went on a trip to Costa Rica, and we left the week before spring break. I first heard about it on a flyer that was passed out. I think it was actually handed out in my Spanish class, and once I saw it, I was immediately interested. I'd say one of my favorite was when we went whitewater rafting. So the whole group went, and we were all split up into different groups, and each group went on their own whitewater raft, and we each had our own guide, and the guide we had was really fun. The rapids were really nice.
I think the favorite experiences are always kind of those accidental days that you have traveling. On the most recent trip, it was a day we were supposed to spend the day in Avignon in southern France, and there was the Yellow Vest riots at the time, and so we couldn't visit Avignon. And then with the afternoon, we went to a French market in Uzès and bought all of the things necessary for a huge, amazing picnic, and then had lunch at the Pont du Gard.
I'm not the type of person that likes spiders or anything. Like, I can't handle spiders. And at one point on the trip, we went to an area where we stayed in tents. And while we were in the tents, you could just hear the really loud noises of the bugs. And it almost sounded like someone was screaming. It was pretty crazy.
So it's really fun, especially when I'm able to take students that are in my French class or in the other French classes and then have them actually apply what they're learning when they're abroad. And just, it's like that light bulb goes on, and it's pretty magical.
Being able to not just know Spanish, but able to apply it to real life experiences without using vocabulary words and like spelling tests and that type of thing. It's important for them to get the freedom that maybe they won't get at home. Having the freedom to like go walk around with a couple of your friends and like go exploring with just people around you.
I love traveling, and it's been really awesome to be able to share that love of travel and of seeing the world. And it's just part of like life and travel and being in other places, and challenging ourselves to get out of our comfort zone sometimes. I would suggest, if you ever have a chance to travel, just to take it. There's never a bad time to say no to travel. You should always say yes to travel.
That looks like fun. Up next is Caitlin with a Lost City movie review.
Hi guys, my name is Caitlin Kev, and I'm reporting for Westland High School Now. Right now I'm outside of Regal Cinemas at Bridgeport, and I'm going to give you a quick movie review about The Lost City, which I got to go see over spring break. This movie stars Sandra Bullock, Brad Pitt, Daniel Radcliffe, and Channing Tatum. Sandra Bullock plays the character of Loretta Sage, and then Channing Tatum plays Alan, and it goes over basically how they fall in love. Loretta Sage is recovering from the loss of her husband, and she writes this novel about Lost City of D, and then she ends up going on an adventure with Alan, and they actually find the Lost City of D in person and outside of the book, and they fall in love through that, and it's a really good story. There's a lot of good jokes, but at a couple of moments the jokes were a little bit too much, so I give it a solid 4 stars, this movie. But overall, I really enjoyed it, and I know I'd love to go see it again because I got a lot of good laughs, and I also love Sandra Bullock and Brad Pitt did a really good cameo. And actually one of my favorite scenes right there with the wheelbarrow and the explosion. I don't want to give anything away, but it's a really good movie, and I'd highly recommend that you all go see it if you love adventure and if you love stories too.
Thanks for that, Kaylin.
That's all for this edition of A Breakdown.
For more information, make sure to check out WLHSnow.com.
I'm Cardo Hale.
And I'm Kylie Seaman. And this was
The
The
Breakdown.
Breakdown.
And my birthday party's this Friday.